audible? Hi, afternoon everybody. I'll take you through a little bit of the setup that we have for clean technology in India and the environment. Clean technology typically is more inclined towards energy because we're still in the early days of clean technology in the country. Today, India is the 5th largest power producing country. At the same time, we still have about 12 to 13% of deficit, so we are still very, very hungry on power. We're poised to become the 3rd largest power producing company in the world. The rate at which the economy is growing, at the same time, the rate at which new power generation companies are coming up, we could probably land in a very, very critical situation where the deficit is much more than we can service. Now, this is exactly the challenge that we have as a country. Cleantech has the potential to basically ensure that both of these goals are met. That is growth as well as taking care of the power deficit. Now, environmentally, hydropower is doing very, very well. Interestingly, only 3.5% of the hydropower is produced by private companies. So that's a huge opportunity for investments today. Solar is getting hotter. However, thanks to the most expensive technologies that are available today, there is a huge challenge for venture capitalists, private equity to actually invest money in solar projects. Wind is blowing hard, absolutely. I mean, that's a huge opportunity again. Now, this is very interesting. Water is everywhere, but we don't have a single drop to drink. There's a paradox of value there. Water is more useful than diamonds, and we really don't know of the day when water may be more expensive or as expensive as diamonds. Waste to energy picking up, there is a huge potential of that too, which could clean up a lot of our dirty cities that we have here. Agriculture is one of the highest consumers of water and other energy resources. Now, clean agriculture is really the problem that we have in India, being an agrarian economy. And so sadly that more than 400 people in the country don't have access to the grid. So there is an opportunity off grid as well. We have a coal tax. Now, this is an opportunity which the government should really take forward and give thrust to newer technologies. We charge about 50 rupees per ton on coal imports and coal usage, which has the potential of providing $650 million for R&D and deployment of new renewable energy technologies. So the question is whether it's really happening, and very simply, it's really not. We have two ways, to look at things. Let the others do it, or let's invent and innovate ourselves. Typically, at this point in time, we still depend on Western technology to come in and provide what we need in India. I'm going to basically focus more on invention and the innovation. Now, briefly, the opportunities actually exist on the implementation side, like power projects, blah, blah, blah. This is where the private equity players, majority of them focus today on various forms of implementation. Venture capitalists have been taking a bet on the invention, innovation, but it's really very, very early days. One of the examples that I've sort of read through was Reliance Ventures actually took 3.5 long years to find a good investable clean tech firm in India. In the last 1 year, that's 2010, we've seen about $800 million invested in the clean tech firms, but there were 3 big deals which comprise of almost $600 million there. So you can actually see the potential of newer technologies coming up, but the money is not available today. In short, there is a dearth of good investable clean tech companies, and that's the opportunity for the entrepreneurs in India. Now, how many of us have heard of blockbuster inventions or innovations, coming out of our own country? Anybody? None? Well, we innovated the outsourcing model for the world. That's number 1. We got a Nobel Prize for ribosome, and that's about it. These are the only 2 blockbuster inventions that we've really seen in the last 10 years or 20 years maybe. Now, that is where we have to change the Indian map. We have to build a culture for inventions, for innovation. And that actually starts when we are getting educated in colleges and universities. Uh, there was this movie, Three Idiots. If you remember a dialogue by Amir Khan, to Baman Irani there. What number one, sir? यहाँ कोई inventions की बात ही नहीं करता. That's the culture we have today. And that needs to change at extremely basic level. And it's really not about the human capital, the talent, the intellectual capital. We have all of it, but we don't have the culture, and that's exactly what we need to build. PEs, tend to enter at attractive size, where the ROIs are pretty well stable, so that they can make money over a period of 3 to 5 years. That's the kind of holding horizon they have. Venture capitalists tend to enter a little early, but at a time when the product, innovation, or invention is more commercially ready. Again, the holding period is about 3 to 5 years. Now, this is a huge challenge for the entire investment industry, that there are very, very long gestation times if we have to support innovation, if we have to support inventions on clean technology side. And thus, the real challenge is actually getting back to the high-tech stone age, where the environment is pretty safe for us to live, and at the same time, we have benefits of high technology, available to us to make our life, livable in a country like India. So I'll invite Shivani to take over from me. Yeah, thank you.